If you've ever lost a challenge over some confusing rule or hidden restriction, this might change how you think about prop firms. I tested TopStep and Take Profit Trader side by side, and I found something in the rules that could directly affect your payouts, your trading freedom, and your results. By the end of this video, I'll show you which firm gave me more flexibility, faster payouts, and ultimately more confidence in my trades. Before anything else though, you should know that I didn't just rely on my own experiences with these platforms. I spent hours digging through reviews, the kind that you don't find on marketing pages. The good, the bad, and the kind that makes you pause and think twice. Because when it comes to prop firms, hype doesn't always match reality. So let's start with what traders are actually saying about Take Profit Trader. One reviewer mentioned that while his first withdrawal was quick, his second was still pending. He said that he was trying not to overthink it, but it made him a little uneasy. Now, I get it. Delayed payouts can be a red flag if it becomes a pattern. But here's the thing. This review stood out because it's one of the few that even brought up an issue like this. I don't know the full context here. Maybe there was a bank delay or some back-end verification. But based on the larger picture, this really doesn't seem like a common complaint. In fact, out of over 4,000 reviews, Take Profit Trader still holds a solid 4.4 out of 5 rating. That's not just decent, that's impressive for a firm in this space. One trader said it's the best prop firm in the futures market, period. He especially liked the daily instant payouts, something you don't see with a lot of competitors. Another guy talked about how responsive the support team is and how the payout process is smoother than any other firm he used. He actually thanked them for helping him grow as a trader. Now, that kind of feedback feels real. No fluff, no overly polished language. Now, I'm not saying that Take Profit Trader is perfect, but when I stack all these user experiences together, and I've read a lot, it's pretty clear that most traders are getting their value out of it. TopStep does have a good rating of 4.2 out of 5 as well, but with over 8,000 reviews, it's a lot easier for them to inflate their score. Let's not kid ourselves. When you see firms with thousands of reviews, it's not unusual to wonder how many of those might be padded. So while TopStep's ratings do look good on paper, in practice, I found Take Profit Trader's experience far more transparent and easier to actually trade with. There are definitely some scathing reviews for TopStep too. Take this one for example. Right after signing up, this guy was hit with an unsolicited upsell. That's not the kind of welcome you want when you're just trying to focus on trading. Here's another common complaint I found. This trader has waited 5 days for a response, and he isn't alone. How much profit could he have missed out due to TopStep's slow response? One area where Take Profit Trader absolutely demolishes TopStep is profit sharing and withdrawals. When I first tested Take Profit Trader, the thing that immediately stood out to me was how fast they move. You get an 80% profit split, sure, but what really matters is the instant withdrawals. I mean, seriously, I made a profit, requested a payout, and boom. The money just hit my account. No emails, no weird wait times, no hoops to jump through. Just plain and simple. That level of trust and flexibility really changes how you trade. It gives you peace of mind knowing your money is actually your money. Now, compare that to TopStep. Yeah, technically they offer a 90% split, but here's the catch. It's locked behind this layered, slow withdrawal process. It felt like I had to navigate like a maze just to get access to my own profits. And let's be real, what good is a 90% split if you can't access your profits quickly or use them to build momentum? When you need capital flow to keep the momentum going, speed matters more than squeezing out a few more percentage points. Now, let's talk about education, because it's a big deal, especially for traders looking to level up. With TopStep, there's a lot of content, like an overwhelming amount. Webinars, bi-weekly coaching calls, one-on-one mentorships, digital toolkits, the whole deal. And hey, that's great if you're the kind of trader who wants to treat this like going back to school. But personally, I don't want to sit through endless coaching sessions just to figure out how to avoid breaking a bunch of platform rules. That felt more like training to follow their structure than actual support for the way I trade. Take Profit Trader, on the other hand, kept it super simple. The rules, clear. The tools, useful. No overkill, just the essentials that help you grow without wasting your time. I didn't feel like I had to completely change my trading style or walk on eggshells just to stay funded. And that simplicity, that's a huge deal if you value autonomy in how you trade. So yeah, if you're after clean withdrawals, no fuss rules, and the freedom to just trade, TPT really felt like a breath of fresh air to me, and I recommend it for that reason. TopStep advertises one rule as a selling point, but it's definitely misleading. TopStep's main rule is to avoid hitting the maximum loss limit, and while that sounds simple, it's surrounded by a bunch of smaller rules that complicate things. They don't allow, for example, swing trading, they focus only on futures, and they disqualify accounts easily if you slip up. It's pretty restrictive, and for traders who want clarity and freedom, it can feel like you're being boxed in. Take Profit Trader, however, offers flexibility that you don't find at TopStep. Whether you're a day trader, a scalper, or a swing trader, Take Profit Trader lets you trade the way you want to trade. They allow holding positions over multiple days, which is a huge plus for those who like to take a longer view of the market. But now, sure, no platform is perfect. I mentioned earlier that Take Profit Trader keeps things simple, and they do. But some traders might still wish that they offered a bit more flexibility with the rule customization or trading products and their learning tools. But then simplicity is the point here. You're trading, not learning how to crack some secret code. And honestly, that trade-off made some sense to me once I saw how everything else lined up. But speaking of trade-offs, let's talk about pricing. Now, I've used a bunch of prop firms over the years, and some platforms really like to nickel and dime you with hidden fees, sneaky resets, or complicated tier systems that feel more like a subscription trap than a trading account. Thankfully, Take Profit Trader doesn't go that route. From what I experienced, it felt reasonably priced for what you get. It's straightforward, no unnecessary fluff, and that leans right into their whole no-nonsense approach. Now, if you're a complete beginner or more of a casual investor, you might think the price is a bit steep, especially if you're just dipping your toes into prop trading, but if you're serious about funding your trades and withdrawing profits without delays, it's worth looking into. Check the link in the description to see their current pricing and any special deals that they might be running. We'll keep that updated for you so you don't miss out on any promos or new updates. So here's my honest verdict. TopStep has structure, but with Take Profit Trader, you get speed, simplicity, and real control over your trading. No confusing rules, no long payout delays, no rigid systems that box you in. Just clean execution and fast access to the profits that you earned. If you're ready to stop trading around someone else's restrictions and finally focus on growing your account, Take Profit Trader is the smarter move, in my opinion. Click the link in the description to check the current pricing and start with our exclusive promo.